What's going on, Aquarius moon? It's a rainy storm checking in for the moon sign series. For those of y'all that are just checking in for the first time, my name is a rainy storm. I am a cosmic root work astrologer, and I also specialize in North Node and South Node consultations. So, if you would ever, you reckon and it crosses your mind and you would like to get a reading, personalized reading from me, or you just would like to get a better understanding of your chart, please feel free to hit me up. You can hit me up at a rainy storm, rainystorm.wix.com/info. And then you can find me on all social media at a rainy storm. So if it is your first time checking into the channel, first and foremost, welcome. Second of all, you have now come into the moon sign series. If you are like, oh my god, I just found out I'm Aquarius moon, what the fuck? Or you like, I know somebody with an Aquarius moon, or you like, I just want to know a little bit more about astrology, so I'm here. This is why we're here. You come to the right place. All right, you come to the right place. So when we talk about the moon, in astrology, this is the what we refer to as the mother. You know, the moon represents ruled by Cancer. The moon rules Cancer. I'm sorry, y'all, if my words are a little jumbled up. We about to be hitting the Mercury retrograde, so just forgive me now. Because we real close to be hitting it, so just excuse the snooze real quick. The moon. So we have the moon. We talking about the emotions. We talking about the relationship that you have with your mother. Also, for those of y'all that haven't checked out Astro Finesse, definitely make sure y'all check Astro Finesse out. This is not a plug. I just love the way Astro Finesse explained the rising signs. He basically explained the rising signs to be like what you see when you're outside of somebody's house. And I was like, oh, that's pretty dope. So I was like, well, I'm gonna take it a little bit further and say that if the rising sign is outside of the house, then what we have when we come up into the house is, you know, your sun sign. So inside of the house, what it's looking like, the interior, you know what I'm saying, how it's decorated. And then when we get to your moon sign, we're getting to your emotions. When we get to that bedroom, when we get to, you know what I mean, the boom boom room, or whatever you want to call it, the place where you gotta go retreat away from everybody else, you know, the place that only a certain amount of people are able to come into. This is your moon. This is at the core of it all. You know, the people who really know you, like to the rip, like to the death, not talking about just years of how many years that they know you, but really truly fucking know you to your core. This is where the moon sign, they know, they've been in touch with your moon. They're very aware of what your moon is. When you're in relationships, when you're in real intimate, close relationships with people, this is also what is going to be harnessed as well. So that just gives you a little background. If you want to look and, you know, do further, or, you know, further information, find some more information, you could definitely check it out by just, you know, typing in Aquarius moon sign. If you're looking for your full birth chart, you could definitely type in, you know, go to astro.com or any of these places, you know, that have an actual birth chart calculator, and kind of give you a little description of, you know, what's what and what's really good. So let's go ahead and move into it. Aquarius moons, man, this is a very interesting moon, I'd say, to work with. This moon is very, honestly, out of all the moon signs, this is probably one of the most detached, even from Scorpio moon. I mean, and like I said in the Scorpio moon video, Scorpio moons do feel on a deep level, but you wouldn't be able to tell. Aquarius, not to say that Aquariuses don't feel, but I look at it, this is the picture that came in my mind. Let's say a baby is crying. There's a baby crying. And there's no sound. So instead of Aquarius looking at the baby and being like, oh my God, the baby's crying, it's like, Aquarius is like, what's going on with the baby? Like, why can't I hear the baby? You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of weird. And it's like, or other moon signs would be like, I can't hear the baby, but the baby is crying. we need to do something about it. And I know that's like a way far off like description of like, but that's how I see when I think of Aquarius, and just how they kind of process their emotions. And not to say that they don't have them, but the way they process their emotions is like they're trying to put two and two, they're kind of trying to put two and two together before they react, type thing. You know what I mean? This is a very individualistic, moon sign. This is fixed air. It's highly intelligent, innately intelligent from birth. This is like that otherworldly energy, out of this world energy, Palladian energy, upper echelon energy. It's very easy for these moons, as well as Pisces moons, to really be able to harness and connect with their guides, with their ancestors, with, other beings from other worlds. This is the star card in tarot. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, this is universal cosmic energy, just coming right out of your moon, coming right out the gate. Very much so that thunderbolt energy. So Aquarius moons definitely, especially at a young age, and I also go into the mother after this as well, but at a young age, y'all definitely experience a lot of quick changes, or a lot of it can be very turbulent. Like in one day you was like, I don't know why this came in my head, it was all good just a week ago, fucked around, you know what I mean? Like, it was all good just a week ago, and then this week is like, what the fuck? I mean, I guess you could say that can happen in anybody's life, but for real, like, Aquarius has just experienced like some weird, like some real quick, either quick changes, or you'll see some shit, but you won't tell people because their mind, you just feel like their mind, like they wouldn't even be able to, they would try to conceptualize, like they wouldn't even be able to conceptualize what you're seeing or what you're experiencing. So you really keep a lot of things in. You keep a lot of things into yourself. You're very inward. You're very, even though you're a masculine sign or a divine masculine sign, like you do keep a lot of stuff inside you. We'll go to the mother relationship, and then we'll kind of segue back into, everything else. But I feel like, especially with Aquarius mothers, it could have went a couple different ways. And once again, I've been saying this on every video, this might not necessarily be you specifically, because you want to check into the aspects. And I will go deeper after I'm finished with I think after I'm finished with the Venus series and we start going into the outer planets, then I'll start actually talking about the birth chart and aspects and houses and stuff like that. So you kind of get a broader scope and a broader view of like how it works. Or I might do it after this one, actually. Start talking about the birth chart. Might do it. Yeah. Anyway, Aquarius. So definitely the mother probably, well, like I said, basically to finish that up, this might not apply to you. It might, you know what I'm saying? So just kind of take it for what it is. It could. So definitely look at the aspects to your moon to get, like I said, a broader scope. Your mama could have been like one of them people who very much so encourage you to have your own thoughts and think your own kind of think your own way. Very revolutionary. She could have been like your mama could have been like an activist, or she was like one of those mamas who was like in feminist movements, or talking equal pay, like, you know what I'm saying? This is the type of mama that you seen, would take you to like rallies and shit, and, fighting for your own rights and things like that. Like, she's very, this is the type of moon that, moon sign for mother was very just kind of in another place, in another world. She could have been a type of mother who didn't really have a lot of friends or a lot of people around. She really liked her privacy. She really liked her space. She's very highly intelligent. So she's, while she's learning things, she's teaching you things at the same time. I think the other side of this too could have also been because of, she was kind of always in her mind. Like, this is, when I think of this, I think of like the mad scientist energy. So even if she wasn't a scientist or didn't do like lab or medical or work like that, she was very much so focused on her work. Like, probably almost to a point, because also, even though Uranus is Aquarius's ruler, Saturn's is co-ruler. So, or his ancient ruler. So it's like, this Saturnian energy that is innately in Aquarius as well. She could have been very much so focused on her work that she didn't really give a lot of time, to you, or if she did give time to you, she wasn't really emotionally, she could have been a little bit emotionally detached. So, you know, times where you really needed that motherly love, or not even just motherly love, but just that essence, that nurturing and things like that, you seek that in her. And maybe, or in a motherly figure, somebody, grandma, or just whatever the case may be, and she didn't really give you that love that you feel like you needed, or the love that you feel like, you know, or maybe you didn't seek that love, you know, coming up. Maybe you were just like, or maybe they gave too much of it and you were just like, I'm good, like I don't need, you know, I'm okay with not, I'd rather hear you than you show me, if that makes any sense. I'm thinking of, I can show you better than I can tell you. So instead of I can show you better than I can tell you, this is definitely a mother that's like, I can tell you better than I can show you, if that makes any sense. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, project, away from home, not really social, could have been detached. Definitely sapiosexual energy for you and just for her. Like, definitely, you know, this could have been an energy where, even if, whether she was a single parent or she was with somebody else, I feel like, especially in a relationship, she could have been more of a friend. Like, her and her partner, it don't matter. I'm not saying that she was necessarily had to be married to a man. This is also a relationship. I don't know why this is coming to me, but for Aquarius moon specifically, your mother could have actually been in a relationship, same-sex relationship with somebody. So you could have had two mamas, two daddies that were very masculine, or two mamas that were very masculine, or you know what I'm saying, or two, you know, daddies, or two mamas that were very you know what I'm saying, like they just had a very mental relationship. And I'm not saying this is all y'all, but this could definitely be something that could have happened for y'all, because Aquarius rules sexuality and stuff like that. So, you know, this could have been just a different kind of relationship. Maybe, you know, you grew up where, you know, the mama was in multiple relationships with people. Like, they maybe had a I don't even know why this is coming up, because I mean, this is the Aquarian energy. So, you know, maybe, you know, they were in polyamorous relationships, or maybe that's something that you're into coming up. You're in, you know, poly relationships, or exploring multiple relationships, or maybe even in the relationship that your mother had with whoever it was, they lived in two separate homes or two separate houses. You know what I'm saying? Because Aquarius likes a space. So they could have just had, or needed time, you know, to be away from each other for things to really work. So that's what I'm kind of getting from, like, the mother relationship, and just, you know, you coming up and things like that. Like I said, there could definitely be more to it, but this is just kind of like a synopsis of what I got from y'all. So there's that. Individuality, you need freedom, you need to feel a sense of self, you need to feel like, you know what I'm saying, like, this is me, nobody can tell me who I am but me. Leo sits on the opposite side of Aquarius. This is your opposite sign. So, like, at your center, at your core of it all, like, you are like, yo, this is, I'm gonna have to be me to the end of the day. The only difference between you and Leo is, for Aquarians, you're not necessarily trying to you're not necessarily seeking validation from people. Aquarius is more so, and not to say that all Leos do, but just saying, like, you're not necessarily seeking validations from people per se on the low end. You're mostly wanting to be around like-minded individuals. You know, Leo energy can definitely sometimes be can be very superficial. You know, superficial in the sense, like, you know, it's like, I don't care who's around as long as this person is this, you know, or has this type of stature or status, or this royal regal, then I'll be around them regardless of, you know what I mean? But, and this is not for all Leos, like don't get us fucked up, but for Aquarius, you like people who are different. You like people who are eccentric. Like, you have that essence within yourself, so you seek to be around people who have that within them too. You know, people who really challenge your mind and challenge your mental and push you, you know, make you think beyond the realms or the limitations of this 3D world or this physical world that we live in. You really appreciate that, especially when it comes to partnerships. You like somebody who really can you know, talk about things that most people wouldn't be comfortable about talking about, like fucking conspiracy theories. This is conspiracy theory energy, moon energy. You know, like talk to me, you know, normal. Or what does Future say? Talk to me. I forgot what that nigga said. Talk to me. Oh fuck, I forgot it. It's gonna come to me in the fucking Pisces moon video. But anyway, basically they want, when you talking to them, they don't want you to talk about like no surface based bullshit, like no, you know, quick talky, talk to me nice, I think that is. But it's not really talk to me nice. You prefer somebody who really challenges your mind. You know, even if your ego is like, why does this person think that they could, you know, go to toe with me? I'm Aquarius, bitch. I know it all. But you like it. You would prefer somebody who kind of challenges you, or can teach you something new, even if you don't want to admit it. You like it. It keeps you on your toes. It's that lightning bolt energy. It keeps, you know, that energy ecstatic. In this world, but not of this world. It's very easy for Aquarius moons especially to feel like, you know, like I'm in this world, but I'm not of this world. Like I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm here, but like this shit don't really phase me like it phases most of y'all. Like I think one thing that Aquarius has to understand too as well is like, we all know that you're an individual. We all know that you do things different. Well, everybody might not know, but I know, you know. You know, Aquarius understands about itself is like, you need things to be different. You like to be different. I just think different, you wanting to be so different to a point, and so rebellious to a point that you just all the way on the outside by, not by choice, but just by the sheer fact that you feel like, you know, it's kind of like that God complex energy. Aquarius, you don't want that. Like that, I mean, I understand, because it's very loner energy. It's energy that's okay with being alone. It's the type of energy that will literally leave for months at a time and then kind of come back into the fold like, what's good, y'all? I know it's been a minute, but hey, I'm here, I'm back, what's good? And everybody's like, all right, that's Aquarius. Like, we know Aquarius. Like, niggas gonna leave, niggas gotta leave, because you need time to be alone. You actually prefer to be alone. You know, you're not really the type of person, like you it's crazy, because it's like you could work in groups with groups of people. You know, you're very much so that connector, that electric, that lightning bolt, thunder energy. You can very much so, because we all innately have electricity flowing through our veins and flowing through our bodies. So like you cool with that. Like you good with, you know, connecting with people, and you know, doing like I can't even say the word, humanitarianism, you know what I mean? You know, fighting for the cause, and you know, going against the, you know, grain, and going against the status quo. That's very much so Aquarian energy. But at the same time, you just like, all right, and deuces. You know what I mean? Like, I motherfuckers, I'm out. You know what I mean? It's very much so that energy. Like, you need that time to kind of be gone. You know, so you can regroup and figure out what you need. This is the scientist energy. This is the collective conscious energy. Very much so. Sexually, for, you know, the sexuality, this is taboo. And it's like, for you, like you like one of those people where foreplay means the most to you. And this is also another energy, especially for Aquarians, like, not to say that Aquarians, I can't think of the word where this is somebody who necessarily asexual. This is very much so asexual energy. Scorpio moons can be like this too. But especially for Aquarius moons, this is very much so asexual energy, to the point that like, you're like, I mean, I like doing this, but like I don't have to do this, or I like to do this, but I have to get, it's another sign I said that did this too, another moon sign, but like you need to get in the mood, like you need to you know what I'm saying, like you gotta lead up to that. You can't, it's not like an Aries moon, it's like I'm ready to do it, I'm ready to go, like, you know what I mean. Aquarius is like, nah, I need that mental foreplay. Oh, Gemini moon, I need that mental stimulation, I need that mental foreplay before I jump into this energy. This is the rebel, the revolutionary, the cult leaders, like I said, the poly relationships with people. You need mental stimulation. If you do not have mental stimulation in a relationship, if you're not giving Aquarius moon, if you're watching this for an Aquarius moon, if you're not giving Aquarius moon mental stimulation, oh, guess what, baby? Bye-bye. You're dead. It's gone. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done. And also, I want to say for people who are maybe dating an Aquarius moon or been an Aquarius moon, if an Aquarius moon seems standoffish, it's not. Sometimes it might not be you. Not saying that it is, but they really, 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 really do need time alone. They need time to be able to connect back with themselves. They do not feel right. You know, Leo moon can be amongst people all day. You know what I'm saying? And then have to go back. Yes, they got to recharge, but it's quick for them to recharge and get their energy and their vitality back. For y'all, Aquarian is the mind, so y'all telepathy, you know what I'm saying? Like you can feel, even though you come off as detached, you can definitely still feel into the vessel, into the body, into the spirit, because Pisces comes right after you. You can definitely, you know, subtly feel into the spirits of people. So you need time to be and need time to really kind of take some time back. But you're as an Aquarius moon, you were put here on this earth to really show people a new way. You know, you're very innovative. This is like also the inventors of the zodiac as well. You know, you're very innovative. Technology. You know, Aquarian or Uranus energy rules technology. So you know how to take technology to the next level. If y'all want to go ahead and do this Wakanda shit for us, I would be forever grateful. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's very easy for you to create portals. It's very easy for you to create, you know, this is Tesla energy. You know what I mean? So we count on Aquarius moons. We count on Aquarius north nodes, risings, Aquarian energy, suns. But specifically, since we are talking about the moon, we count on you to use the inner knowledge that you've had from multiple past lives into this life to ascend us and move us forward as a people, ascend us and move us forward as villages and tribes, you know, because you are a tribal energy, you know, and bringing like minds of people together to create a new world, to experience a new world, you know, and also for you to be able to share your own ideas and your own mind. I feel like Aquarius, a lot of times, especially as a child, because you were just so out of this world and you might have brought newness to other people, or, you know, you would speak about things that nobody knew about, but then 10 years later, you know what I'm saying? Example, and I'm gonna finish this up after this. Nobody fucking knew that we would be able to FaceTime people like 10 years ago. 10 years ago, the fuck is a FaceTime? The fuck is a FaceTime, yo. The fuck is a, you know, and you were probably one of them kids that was like, yo, what if we were able to, like, instead of just talking to people on the phone, what if we were able to actually look at people on the phone and like talk to them face to face instead of like as a, you know, we didn't even know the terminology. But Aquarius would know this and people would be like, you tripping, that ain't never gonna happen. What did you talk about? So you could have put that, you know, or repress that energy inside of you, and then as you got older, you was like, wait a minute, bitch, I be knowing. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck you, man? Fuck is you saying? You know what I mean? I be knowing. So don't take that shit somewhere else. So allowing yourself to really lean on that, you know, Leo energy in you, you know, your opposite sign, really understanding and getting that sense of self and getting that sense of confidence inside yourself as well. And, you know, also there's rules of code as well, or just hidden knowledge that people really don't have access to, but you have access to, so make sure you use it wisely. Yeah, so yeah, Aquarius, this is like my analysis of you. you know, I hope you enjoyed. You know, we're going to be moving on to Pisces moon, finishing this week up. And then next week, we're going to be starting off talking about the Mercury sign. So this is one of my favorite. Mercury is one of my favorites because I don't think we talk or show love to Mercury enough. So I'm going to be giving y'all the Mercury tea, okay? I'm going to be giving you all the Mercury tea. So y'all make sure y'all stay tuned. It's a Rainy Storm checking in. You can find me on all social media at a Rainy Storm. And shit, hit me up, arainystorm.wix.com/info for personals. And yeah, I'll see y'all soon. All right.